Ladies and gents, welcome back to Tampa Bay Diving. My name is Blake, and for this week's video, we're in Lauderdale by the Sea, and we're gonna be talking about shore diving. Cue intro. Welcome back, guys. If you like scuba diving content involving gear configuration, tips, dive sites, and so much more, then dive down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that dive bell. That way you'll never miss any of our exciting content, because here on this channel, I use my years of experience as a diver and an instructor to help you improve your dives. Here in this video, I'm gonna be giving you tips if boat prices have gotten too high and you're considering shore diving. And stick around to the end, because I'm gonna give you a resource guide with some great shore diving spots here in Florida. But first, let's cover the benefits of heading off from the shore. Number one, it's cheaper. There's a couple of reasons why that is. First, you're not paying a captain's salary. Second, you're not paying for the crew's salary. And here's the big one, you're not paying for the fuel it costs to operate the boat. Dive operators also have to factor in insurance costs and profit margins, and that's why you probably can't find a boat dive cheaper than $100. And if you're over in the Gulf side, then fuel is gonna be more, because they have to go out deeper to hit many of those reefs, unless you know where the shallow sites are. With shore diving, if you have all of your own gear and tanks, then all you have to do is head out into the water. But let's say that you don't. Then all you have to do is rent your equipment and tanks, anything that you may need. Another awesome thing about shore diving is that you're on your own schedule. There's no early wake-up calls and rushing to get to the boat on time. If you're not an early bird, then this is definitely for you. All you have to do is wake up when you feel like it and follow the tide charts. You typically get about 2 high and low tides in a day, which means there'll be ample opportunity for you in the afternoon. So wake up, have your cup of coffee, enjoy your breakfast, and maybe work on your tan a bit. So here at Lauderdale by the Sea, you just need to swim out past the buoys to get to the first reef, and then there are others just a little bit further out. So like I said at the beginning, I'm gonna give you several tips on shore diving, and here we go. Number one, ask the local dive shop. Ask the local dive shops for information about shore diving opportunities in that area. They work these areas every day, and they are the best resource of knowledge. They can tell you about all regulations that you have to follow, such as, do you need a flag? Or is shore diving even allowed? Don't rely solely on the internet, because weather and conditions may have changed. Some things such as safety, visibility, or you may just want to know if there are any annoying wildlife in the area lately. And what I'm talking about is jellyfish. I hate jellyfish. Number two, know your entrance and exit. It's very important to factor in where you parked, where you're going to start your dive, and where you're going to exit the water. You need to factor in current. If there's a current, you might want to park where it's going to push you towards at the end of your dive, and enter the water further down, so that way the current is going to push you towards your vehicle at the end of the dive. Trust me, if you have to do any walking, then it's easier to do it before you do a 30 to 45 minute dive and not after. 3, foot protection. What type of terrain are you going to be walking on? When walking to the dive site, you need to know what the ground looks like, because here, as you can see, it's soft sand. But there are many spots around the world where there could be a lot of sharp rocks, and that would hurt if you're barefoot and planning on using full foot fins. If that's the case, then you'll want to have open foot fins and a pair of sturdy booties to protect your feet. If you tear up your feet while walking to the dive site, then you can pretty much kiss that dive goodbye. Number 4, where are you going to put your gear on? Most of the time, I'm getting suited up on the tailgate of my truck. But let's say you don't have one, or you're on vacation and have a small compact sedan. Well, most places have benches where you could sit down, don your gear, and then head out. But let's say you're in a remote area and there aren't any. Then I would simply put my BCD on in the water. Whatever you do, please don't set your gear down on the ground and pick that heavy load up and don it. That is the prime recipe for a back injury. And finally, number 5, where are you going to put the keys to your vehicle? Your phone, your wallet, and other personal items can be locked away and hidden in a place in your vehicle, but where are you going to put your keys? Well, you could get a key hider that has a magnet for your spare and hide that somewhere under your vehicle, or you could get one of these. A Ziploc bag works well. Just make sure that it is sealed properly and it doesn't have any holes. Then what I do is I just tuck it down into my wetsuit. The most desired option would be that either the shop close by or the beach has lockers for rent where you could store all of your personal belongings. So that's all of my knowledge about shore diving passed on to you. But like I said, I'm going to give you a resource guide for some shore diving spots here in Florida, and you can find them down in the description below. If you enjoyed this content, it would really make my day if you could dive down, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and ring that dive bell. And don't forget, if you subscribe, you'll be entered to win a brand new atomic dive mask. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're gonna draw names and ship that off to its new happy owner. So I've got the rest of the day here. I think I'm gonna go grab a drink and some tacos, and I'll be back next week with another video. But until then, plan your dive and dive your plan.